Robert Heffernan with EndoTech exclusively for the Pareto Network and EndoTech subscribers. This is Blockchain Vitals. It's our daily show segment, interaction, talking cryptocurrencies. I'm a master endotechnician now, firmly in the matrix. How about those momentum levels? Listen, man, I'm a barrel of good news sometimes, and if you were looking for confirmation of the breakout back to the upside, all you need to do is pay attention to the momentum levels, those lower momentum levels that we took out. And now it's all about a retest of those levels, which we will talk about in the vitals section. But first, we do the rounds. Doing the rounds, my chance to talk about what's going on in the crypto sphere, in the news. And I got to tell you, pretty slow news day here today. Not much to talk about from a news standpoint. The SEC chairman quoting and saying why he does not see the SEC okaying Bitcoin ETF in the near future, and mostly because he sees from their standpoint too much ability for manipulation around the price discovery for them to feel confident in letting the investing public of the USA get involved with it. And I'm not sure. First of all, I think that that's ridiculous, all right, because there's too many places for price discovery, and that if the ETF did a good job of aggregating the price discovery and the volume, there's a lot of things that you can do to make sure that that price isn't manipulated. And I think the market is for sure big enough, and there is for sure enough pricing going on because that's all it is, right? The ETF, they're worried about manipulation of the pricing. And I got to think that there's, the Merc is doing it pretty consistently and regularly without anybody saying this is manipulated with their futures contract. And the New York Stock Exchange backed going to launch Bitcoin futures. I'm not sure what the difference on the price discovery for the SEC is. That the commodity regulators obviously don't see the same problem. So I'm not sure what the problem with the SEC is on a Bitcoin ETF. And I'm not sure that it really makes that big of a difference, all right? Because I think the people who want to be involved in crypto are going to be involved in crypto, and the SEC and the ETF will come along at some point. First of all, you're talking about major money and big, there is an ETF now in Switzerland. And so big players, if they want to get in on an ETF basis, are going to have a place to go. The USA might be the last place for them to participate, but these are giant multinational entities, and for sure, if they want exposure, they're going to be able to get exposure. So I don't see, I never saw the correlation, and I didn't see the correlation of when they launched Bitcoin futures, as there was so much talk last year about when they launched Bitcoin futures, how we were going to 100,000 because it would have been so much more easy for big players to get in. And guess what? The day they launched futures was the high of the move. And I pointed that out, that the don't bet was available. And please, when there's not the don't bet, it's a lot easier to manipulate the price. When there's a don't bet, it makes it a lot more difficult, a lot fairer playing field, and price discovery becomes more transparent when the for and against bet is available. Anyway, another headline I saw, Huobi exchange launching its stablecoin, the HUSD, but the difference here is it's convertible one for the three other stable coins out there. Again, I see this as beneficial to the marketplace, because the one thing that, some people did not trust dollar tether, and they didn't use it on this whole pullback and deterioration in pricing. They didn't use it as a safe haven. And that's the best possible thing to do, is to move to the sidelines. And if you don't want to move out of crypto, you want to move into a digital proxy, the US dollar tether was perfect for that. And it worked incredibly well. And even if you lost 3% or so on the US dollar tether, it surely was better than losing, 70, 80, 90% of the asset value of whatever crypto you were holding over the last 8 months. So, anything that helps people move to the sidelines in a digital fashion is going to be beneficial for market participants for sure. All right, listen, let's take the vitals and talk about the rally and the important levels now, if this is going to be a one and done, or if we can actually build on the double bottom that we've put in so far this week. What levels am I looking at? Well, they're on that blockchain vitals sheet. And if you've been watching the markets and listening to me talk long enough, I probably don't even need to do the segment for you. But we're going to do it anyway. And listen, if you were watching this on YouTube and you want the actionable portion of this segment, you need to be an EndoTech subscriber or a Pareto Network token holder. And you can watch the entire segment at endotech.io. So please do that. And see you later, YouTube. Let's take the vitals.